Since 1962, the Long-Term Continuous Cropping Experiment, or LTCCE, has played a vital role in the International Rice Research Institute's mission to advance sustainable agriculture to feed the world. Through the years, this initiative has helped researchers understand how to sustain rice productivity, improve soil and plant health, and adapt to climate change.
LTCCE started shortly after ERI was established in the 1960s. Initially, the scientists back then had this vision of determining how much grain yield they can actually extract in a hectare of land. That time, it was called maximum yield experiment. Eventually, it was called long-term continuous cropping experiment.
This critical research was envisioned to evaluate the sustainability of intensive rice cropping systems introduced during the Green Revolution. Through the groundwork laid by ERI pioneers such as James Mumo and S.K. Dedata, LTCCE continues to generate valuable insights into sustainable rice production to this day.
This is an intensification revolution. What is it going to do to soil? What is it going to do to diseases? And so they had the foresight to put in place what was to become very quickly the dominant rice rotation throughout all of the irrigated lowlands of South, Southeast, and Eastern, tropical and subtropical Asia.
I was fascinated by that experiment. I'd never seen anything like this before. A plot, a field, where one could grow 3 crops of rice each year and harvest between 15 and 20 tons of grain in a whole year. But the fact that we were able to demonstrate, or many other researchers involved, of course, that you can keep a system going for over 60 years at this high level of productivity is something that I think is very unique.
Research work at LTCCE has always been driven by the question, can green revolution technologies such as high-yielding varieties, fertilizer use and irrigation sustain soil fertility and rice productivity under intensive cultivation?
We actually found out after 60 years of doing this long-term experiment that this triple rice cropping system is actually sustainable. When it comes to a point when our farmers had to engage with triple rice cropping system, this intensive rice cropping system, we know that they can do it. It is sustainable, provided that they are given irrigation, high-yielding and pest-tolerant rice varieties, and the best management practices that we can offer, including nutrient management and pest control.
Even the most enduring experiment faces adversity. With a rapidly changing climate, significant challenges continue to threaten the global rice production, and the LTCCE is no exception.
That it's not easy to produce at that high productivity level and keep it up over time, particularly in the wet seasons when you have many factors affecting the performance of your crop, but even in the dry seasons and in the background of climate change that also affected the location of the LTCC that area in the Philippines.
Through adjusting the management practices and regular cultivar replacement in LTCCE, we were still able to sustain a high level of annual production in irrigated systems under a changing climate. Our challenge right now is how we can further increase the yield to keep pace with the growing global rice demand.
So how can we sustainably feed the world in the decades ahead? Answers may lie in long-term experiments like the LTCCE, capturing trends of resilience and transformations we could never spot in short-term studies.
Using the long-term experiment is to project what might happen in the future. Record the history. From this you develop the projection what might happen, and for that the scientists have to prepare knowledge and technology to fulfill the future.
Thanks to its unique practice of triple rice cropping each year, today LTCCE sets a world record with the most number of cropping seasons, now with its 183rd crop, a milestone that has not been possible without commitment, partnership, and a shared purpose.
As future rice production is expected to face growing challenges due to climate change and resource scarcity, it is crucial to develop and test innovation that help farmers adapt to changing environment, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and ensure long-term sustainability. These include new high-yielding, climate-resilient rice varieties, improved crop establishment, water-saving technologies, new generation of fertilizers, better residue management, and farm diversification options. At the same time, much more remains to be done. Securing continued financial and institutional support is essential in ensuring the continuity of our efforts in driving innovation for sustainable rice cultivation.
Join us as we continue this journey, ensuring that the legacy of LTCCE lives on.